Well, hello everybody. Happy Friday and welcome to another episode of Window Shopping. My name is Stephen Meade with Domicile real estate for people who love houses. This is Window Shopping, where we take a look at a home that has come on the market and we talk about it just to give an idea of what's out there, what we think, and why these architectural homes are important. And so this week we've got kind of an interesting house. There are some names in Southern California architecture that really stick out, right? Names like Eichler as a developer, names like A. Quincy Jones as an architect, Richard Neutra, Rudolf Schindler. These are the kind of names that really stick out in our head. Edward Killingsworth, Paul Tay. There is a name of a firm that really did a lot of pioneering work, especially in the Northeast area of Los Angeles. Areas like La Crescenta Flint Ridge, areas like Pasadena and Altadena in the Hills. And there was a firm that did a lot of post and beam designs that really sort of emphasized that clear story window, horizontal elements, post and beam design style. And that was the firm of Buff, and Hensman, or just Buff and Hensman, depending on exactly what era the items were built. And that is a house that we have today. And what's cool is this is a no-name architect house, and it is for sale at, I'm not going to say it's inexpensive, right? This is still an expensive house, but unlike, for example, Lautner's Garcia house, which I think is at $16 million, this is in a much more, at least, attainable price range. So let's go ahead and get started. I really like this one. This is 2430 Bywood Drive in Glendale. It's listed just under $1.5 million. As you can see, it's really got kind of a cool design. If this reminds you of some of the Eichler designs that were done by A. Quincy Jones and Claude Oakland, that is not entirely by accident, though Buff, and Hensman really kind of popularized this style in Southern California, at least. And so another thing about this house before we begin is that this house also has a Mills Act contract on it. And a Mills Act contract is a special historic status that you can get. And basically, the owner of the property agrees to maintain the historic elements of the home, typically the exterior of the home, kind of as a public resource, right? It's traditionally done for homes that were before World War II, but we have seen a lot of mid-century modern homes getting this designation now. And the benefit to a buyer of this house is that it is a significant savings on property taxes, usually hundreds of dollars, sometimes even over $1,000 a month in property tax savings. So really a big deal. This one is not our listing. It is listed by Melodie Hart with Compass. This home is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,230 square feet. It was built in 1954. So, this might look like the Eichler homes you're used to seeing built in the 1960s. But this home was actually built, nearly 10 years before. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the photos. There's some things I want to talk about. You'll notice this house has a beautiful carport integrated into the end of the design. You'll see we've got this clear story glass, so it looks like the roof is really kind of floating above the house. That is very common on Buff and Hensman designs. You've also got some horizontal window elements. We're going to see that played out in other parts of the house. This is the entryway. Really, clean baseboards. Everything in this home is a very clean design. And again, here's where we're going to see that horizontal wall of windows, right? Eichlers would typically have more floor-to-ceiling windows. A lot of the Buff and Hensman designs would have kind of these sort of top two-thirds type windows. So we've got a beautiful living room here. And again, this is not a huge house at 1,232 square feet, but it's a well-designed house. I love the fireplace here. You can see a little bit of this. It has a cantilevered hearth. Just a really cool element. Dining area. This kitchen has been redone in kind of a simple way, but I think sometimes in these homes, people try too hard. And when you try too hard, it just kind of ruins the simplicity of the design. Here you've got, again, this just wall of windows looking out into this backyard. Nice single light entry door. And again, you'll see these clear story transom windows above all of the doors and windows along the roof edge. This is looking down the hallway, just a cool view. And, that's something that brings up, one of the reasons that I love architectural homes like this, and that is there are tons of little views in these homes, just little spots where you can stop and stare. And that's really the kind of the hallmark of great design. So this is again looking down that front hallway. We've got kind of a storage area through here. This is along the back. We've got an extra little office space over here. I believe this is in addition to the 2 bedrooms. So this is really, this is going to function very similarly to a 3-bedroom house because of that little extra office space. I also love that when you walk in this house, you get this formal entry. I think this would be a great place to put some artwork. You've got cool landscaping, beam ends, and again, this is another great view of this fireplace. We're located in Glendale here, and you can see a bit of a nice view out the front windows. This is a very hilly part off the 134. Living room area, and we've got the primary bedroom. So this is one of the bedrooms down this hallway here. Not a huge bedroom, but really, really, I think it's all you need. Homes like this were designed, especially in this time period, things were about efficient, clean design, right? I think a lot of these architects were taking cues, from the Europeans, and European homes would often have built-in furniture. They had a very clean, everything has its place kind of a design to them. This is the 2nd bedroom, which is, of course, considerably larger here. You see you've got space for a chair, an ensuite bathroom in here. Huge patio off the side like this. I think you could do something really cool out here. And you see they've gravelled it and lined it with steps. I love that this house has its kind of own enclosed sort of space. We've got a hot tub in the corner. And what you're looking at out here is just a wall of greenery. And I much prefer that to just looking at another house. And so you can see this view here. I mean, just a very stately appearance from the street. So, $1.5 million for 1,200 square feet is not cheap. This is a very, very cool part of Glendale. Let me go down here and show you where this is on the map. So they call this kind of Glen Oaks Canyon. It's right here near the top of the 2 and the 134. So think of this as just north of Eagle Rock, right? This is just a really kind of cool little area here. And then if you follow Colorado Boulevard, let's go over here, you get the Arroyo. Downtown Pasadena is just right over here. So, this is a great location to kind of be close to everything, but also, as you can tell, kind of feel like you're out in the middle of nowhere. And I think that's part of the reason why, it's priced per square foot. Also, this is a great opportunity to own a home by sort of a named and known architect. We don't get a lot of opportunities to do that under $2 million. So, whenever I see homes like this that kind of have that level of kind of design and pedigree, we really try to highlight those. And, if you're interested in seeing this house, this is not our listing, but really if you're a buyer, you do deserve to have your own representation independent of the seller. We would love to show you this property if it's something you're interested in or give you more information. And if this house isn't the right house for you, we have a lot of really cool architectural homes that are out there. We only get a chance to really do one of these videos once a week on these homes, so definitely reach out to us. And if you have an architectural or unique property to sell in Southern California, we can help you there too. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you again real soon.